Alright, good. Next, a Deckdoctor deck. I'm the Lobster. What's up, dude? How's it going, Lobster? What's up, Firebat? Love your stream, man. I've been trying to make a Mech Priest that actually works. Alright, let's check out Mech Priest. Mech Priest, man. Alright, we get Power Word Shield. One of my favorite Priest cards. I like that in every Priest deck, so glad to see it here. Cleric, same sort of thing. Alright, let's look for mechs. Looks like you are running Shadow Boxers. You are running Mech Warpers. Dun, 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 dun. Spider Tank and Shredders. Good, man. A lot of decks lately have not had Shredders in them. You're going to want two of those in almost every deck. Card's really good. It's borderline OP. So I like seeing that there. And Boom and Rag. We got this sick high end, huh? Rag. Light Bomb. Interesting choice for a mech deck. Double Entomb. We can play the control game with a mech deck. See? 2 heal bots too. 2 Holy Novas. So it looks like we got some sort of transition period in here where we transition from meching them into face into taking them to fatigue. Alright. Sengens. Velen's Death. Double Death. I love Double Death, man. Good, good. That's a good card. And then we got Curators. So it looks like what we're doing here is against aggro decks. We're trying to play our curve out. Just went out on tempo. Be Priest. Heal our minions up. And then heal bot eventually, I guess. And then outvalue Challenger with like Entombs. Have Light Bomb against Patron. And hit our Boom and Rag later after we remove and slow down their board. It's definitely got 2 different directions you're going with it. So we got the mech package to 4, and then after that we're just like, alright, we're not mechs anymore, we're just Priest. So it's kind of interesting. I guess Curator choices is really going to depend on the matchup, and then try and use that to try and figure it out. So we don't really have a super consistent game plan, but Priest is one of those decks that doesn't really need a super consistent game plan to really work. I could see us kind of struggling a little bit against mid-rangey decks, I guess, because we don't have the greatest finisher. Like, because we slow down right here. Right after the 4 drops, we don't have minions we're playing anymore, so we're just kind of like, we're going to lose the board against mid-range decks here. Against aggro decks, we kind of just secure the board and win here. And then against control decks, maybe we're able to use Entombs and Light Bombs and Double Death to be able to remove, and Volgin to remove all their threats and sort of take them to fatigue. So I think we can fatigue out control decks, and I think we can beat aggro decks, and I think we'll probably struggle a little bit against mid-range decks, but that's kind of the nature of Priest. You usually pick 2 matchups to be able successful in, and the other ones you kind of struggle in. We'll see how it works, though. See how it goes, and see what changes we need to make. "51 wins to Golden Priest, man. We're getting closer. We're getting closer." Alright. Turn 1. Do not want Power Word Shield as a 1-drop. Kind of want to find our 2-drops here. We got 6 2-drops that we're looking to hit, and a Northshire Cleric isn't too bad. He keeps 1 card. 1 card usually means control-y deck. He made his mulligan decision super fast, too. I like Warper. Warper's a good card. If we can just follow this out, that'd be nice. We're hitting these kind of clunky cards that we don't really want. We may want to move the 2-drops up from 6 to 7. We could probably include some other 5-drops and lose a 4-drop too. I will play this, I guess, and hope it sticks. And then if it sticks, we get to land the Chosens and trade, so we're going on that dream. He probably doesn't want to just bump it, because then we can just heal and then trade. So it kind of incentivizes him to go face here, which then gives us the Chosen value. Got Coin Coil. Look at you, champ, right off the top. Coin Abusive Sergeant off the top. Damn, never lucky. We're not going to be able to stick our 3-drop. Northshire Cleric trades for the board, but other than that doesn't accomplish much. We could try and just hold out to the Holy Nova or play Northshire Velens next turn and then try and have it stick and then Holy Nova the following turn. I don't think we want to play it out here just to trade with these two minions. They're not that threatening. They get cleaned up in Holy Nova. Hopefully works out. We're gonna need to recover the board, I guess. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna do this play. It's vulnerable to Owl, but if he plays Owl, Owl dies in Holy Nova, so we're okay with it. So, if he uses Implosion to try and set up trades, that also dies in Holy Nova. So, like, the ways he answers this are ways that get cleaned up by Holy Nova. And we're playing Holy Nova next turn, so it lines up well for us. So, hopefully this curve works for us. We may be taking him to fatigue, but I still think we want to draw some cards. It's going to work very well for us. We're able to bump here and heal and draw cards, clear his whole board, have a healthy grill. Alright, dang. And this is a control matchup. If he's not running an OTK combo, I think we actually should be able to use the double entombs and whatnot to take him to fatigue and win there. So we don't want to draw too many cards, but we do want to draw enough to be able to have the answers for his minions. We have double death lining up with things, and then double entomb. That's the entomb target you want, really. We have death to answer big things, so we want to entomb mid-rangey things like Belchers. We don't have any 5-drops in the deck, really, besides Healbots, so adding some Belchers there is super clutch. So, I'm really good trying to take him to fatigue here. I think we're switching gears with the deck, abandoning the mech plan, and going with the fatigue him out plan. Priest him down. Finds the owl. Never fortunate. Oh, we got another Velens. That's pretty cute. I think we just want a Velens trade Shadowbox or heal. Try and get the snipes. Boom. Still got dominant board control. Got a Rag that can come down next turn and hopefully try and snipe something. Got Death for Boom. Things are lining up well. We don't have a Silence for the Fugan Stalag combo, so we kind of want to save second Entomb for the second Fugan or Stalag. That's good. We want to just Northshire Cleric here, I think. Let's try... We want to make this trade first, I guess? Well, I want to make this trade first. I don't know, I'm confused. Alright. I think I want to make this trade first, give the highest odds that this lives. This is going to go face, and I'm going to heal it and try and get the missile to hit that. So I'm going to go face with this. Trade this here. The thing's gonna live. Cool. Just gonna death this. Play this. Kill this for the draw. That's gonna go face. Alright. Dominating the board. We're kind of falling behind a little bit on cards. So hopefully the Northshire Cleric can pull it off for us. We have a lot of junk in our deck that's not helpful at this point in the game because we run the mechs early game. So we're looking at... We have, I guess, Mech Warper and a Shadow Boxer that are actually dead mech cards. Other than that, we drew all the other ones, really. I guess Piloted Shredder is arguably kind of dead, but it's such a good card that it's probably not even dead in these situations. So, other than that, the rest of our cards are pretty live. We got 2 Power Word Shields, got 2 Museum Curators, which are live. We got another Death, another Valence Chosen. No, we used both of those. We got another Senjin, 2 Shredders, another Holy Nova, and 2 Healbots. The Healbots are pretty awkward here. Looks like he does have some sort of weird OTK combo in his deck, so we might just be dead. He hasn't Emperored yet, though. The Shadow Flame plays. He just used a board clear, so I think it's okay for us to just overextend minions onto the field. So let's just fucking YOLO some minions out there. Hopefully no mind control tech, but he just used an Arcane Golem, power overwhelming board clear combo. So we may be able to just kill him instead of having to take him to fatigue. At least we're getting something out of these minions, right? I didn't expect these minions to do very much once we got to this late in the game. Maybe this is good. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. 1 damage off lethal. If we're able to find some way to deal 1 damage. Doesn't look like it. The Museum Curator first to try and see what we can find here. The Beast, not very good. Zombie Chow, not very good. And the Rubian Egg Not very good. I guess we're taking the highest value cards. We're going to take the Beast. He just played Big Game Hunter. We're also going to play this Ragnaros because he just played Big Game Hunter. And I guess the likelihood we die is not the highest thing in the world, so maybe we just want to take this trade and then go face for 9. I kind of want to guarantee that this dies, though. We don't have reach in our deck. And I want the taunt healthy. He still has Leroy Faceless for 12. I'm gonna double trade. We don't have enough card draw to really support this line, maybe, but feels too bad to let the Emperor up. If the Rag lives one more turn, I think we can get it. That's unfortunate. This is the Rag. Oh my god. Rag v Rag Wars.
My shield for Argus.
This Rag's got the bonus health. Uh-oh. Hopefully his Rag goes face. I have no idea, man. That's not good. Oh, Light Bomb. There we go. I guess we're losing our Rag, but he's got very limited cards, so maybe we can fight back from this using the Beast because it's a really high value minion. I think this is worth a Light Bomb. We lose our Rag, but seems worth. So we surrender all the tempo back to him, but we're trying to take him to fatigue anyway, so we're looking for our high value top decks off the top, which we only have Museum Curator and Shadow Boxer as weak cards. Oh my god, Jiraxis, no! Damn, Jiraxis is real good against Priest and Reno decks. Okay, we have the Beast, which contests this. May deal 9 to his face. If I YOLO'd face, he would Jiraxis to heal back up, and we'd be in a losing position. I don't know. I guess he would still have to Faceless the Rag and go for that Dream. And then we could have tried to just Rag him that turn. Went for a 1 and 3.
I wonder.
It's like, we don't run any burn in the deck though, so it doesn't set up lethal with any top deck. So that's why I was kind of not inclined to YOLO face. If it hits the 5/5 though, it's really good. But if we leave up Emperor and then he Emperor procs multiple times with all of those kind of cards in his hand, it gets pretty scary. Because he had the Faceless and everything there. Thus far, though, we forced him to use the combo defensively, so he doesn't have the combo available anymore. So if we can outvalue him, we will win. So we have hopefully the cards that can do it. We have to give him a 3/3 here in order to trade with his 6/6 and deal 9 face damage. But I'm not sure. It's real hard to beat Jiraxis, man. I got Jiraxis way too early. Jiraxis. Does he have the coil? Yeah, this is just getting worse for us. We got heals. It's just, he's got so many cards left. I don't know if we're going to be able to live for 10 turns here. Against Infinite. Infinite 6/6s for 10 turns sounds unlikely to be able to beat. We were close. We need better finishers for taking it to fatigue. We have finishers for killing people. which isn't good for our control matchup, in my opinion. 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21. What's Drax's weapon name? Blood Fury. Alright, so we can't really beat Jiraxes if they get it that early with the kind of outvalue them play that Priest kind of is forced to do in their later game turns. So if we're going to keep the deck with its current game plan of being mech and then transitioning into control Priest after a mech start, I would like to include different finishers than this. I think if we're going to be meching them in the beginning and then switching out, we should go with Ysera. Ysera's really good at being a good top end after you clear the board a whole bunch and outvaluing people. So I like Ysera over Rag. I think we could justify Dr. Boom still just because it can be a good finisher when we hit the tempo curve and have the tempo plan to finish. I feel like we need some 5-drops in the deck. We have Vol'jin and double Healbot. Healbot's great, but Belcher is like just as defensive as Healbot when you can have heal in other sources because we can heal just with our hero power and Holy Novas and such, that I kind of like Belchers over that slot. I think we have a few too many 4s with these Sen'juns in here. So I want to see one of these 4s go. I think we need a little bit more on the top end side, and I like Sylvanas. It's good in tempo plan of meching them out on curve and hitting your curve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yada. But it can also be extremely good against control. You have Sylvanas Death as a combo. Having Sylvanas stick on the field and then being able to light bomb afterwards is insane. So having those sort of combos available to you should be really strong. Is there another 4-drop over Sen'jun that we can consider playing? Not really. I think Sen'jun's probably fine. We could look at like Alchemy or Holy Champion going in the Sen'jun spot. Holy Champion's just like a much bigger threat. Combos with Holy Nova and stuff. I like it a little bit more, so I think I want to see a Holy Champion in here. It's the same stats. You don't have the taunt, but you have a potentially game-ending ability with it, and against control, oftentimes they let minions stick on the field, and if they let that one stick on the field, they could just die. So I really like it. I could see GorillaBot actually having a good place in this deck. Chat might be right there, because we are transitioning into later game stuff, so we aren't trying to kill them. We're not trying to, like, just tempo out and kill them. We're trying to tempo out into transitioning into controlling. We got that transition point, and GorillaBot is a transition card. This is the first time I've ever said GorillaBot might actually be good in the deck for what it's supposed to do. How do we not have this in a Mech Priest deck? This card seems insane. We do have a lot of 5-drops already, though, so maybe that's the justification. Since we're switching out at 4, I guess it doesn't fit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to see maybe one more 2-drop, just so we can try and hit our Valen's Chosens more consistently. So I could see losing a Spider Tank for another 2-drop. So let's see if we can maybe put in -1 Spider Tank, +1 any 2-drop. What is a good 2-drop that could work? We could look for... not Bloodfin Raptor. Blood Mage Thalnos isn't the worst. Draws a card and has spell power with Holy Nova. Knife Juggler's not the worst, and Owl's not the worst, but we could just run the card Silence. Wild Pyromancer can sometimes do some clutch things against aggro, which could be pretty good. So I wouldn't mind that. Annoyatron's pretty good against aggro too. Wouldn't mind having that to help protect our mechs a little bit. Yeah, it's probably just the one Annoyatron. It's really weak early on though, which is kind of a problem. Doesn't have a really big stat pool, but helping out against aggro, being another taunt, seems like pretty sweet. And then, honestly, I think we should get rid of Boom for something else that helps us win the control matchups better. Like, what's a good one? Instead of Boom, be kind of similar in cost. We could run like Sneed's old Shredder. have that legendary. We could look at running Confessor. I think Confessor would be better. Just more value, hopefully, and if it sticks around, you can just infinite people out of the game. So these are the changes I would make to the deck. Alright. Also, KT is another option that can go in that Confessor slot. Stuff like that. Not Deathwing. Right back in 1 second. Can use some more. Why is everybody spamming Deathwing? Alright, I want to try it, see if the changes worked. Let us see. Let us see. Alright, we get a rematch against the Warlock. Hopefully we're able to take him to Fatigue this time. Or maybe it's Zoo. And hopefully we don't get run over. Hopefully our anti-aggro is strong enough. Definitely don't want to keep any of these in either matchup, so that's fine. Got the Mech Warper start. Hopefully we can surprise them. Usually you don't keep Dark Bomb and such against Priest because they don't run 2-drops. So maybe he just doesn't do anything here. We get the Mech Warper down, get the Piloted Shredder out, and start giving him the D. Alright.
I greet you.
Mech Warper, the dream. Mech Warper into Shredder. It's not the same guy. Good. Alright, got the Shredder down. Getting some mechs in there. Is this a Hellfire? Void Caller. I don't want to kill that because we can't react to it yet. Next turn we can likely be able to react to it. So let's just play minions, go face. I think I want to buff up the Mech Warper so he doesn't get like double silence value. Let's tempo out like this. I don't want to make that trade. I'll let him make the trade, and then next turn I can Bulge in whatever comes out of it. Hopefully it's not Doomguard, because then it gets charged and is super annoying. But if it's not Doomguard, we should be able to get a Vol'jin and then just be infinitely ahead on tempo. Alright, Jiraxxus. That is super good for us, because we can't beat Jiraxxus. Because Fatigue Plan does not work out against Jiraxxus. You need to run Burst in your deck, and we don't run Burst in our deck because we're a control board priest. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, we'll take value trades here. We are kind of worried about mind control tech, I guess, but we have 615. We could play around mind control tech by going here. I guess it's okay. Or we could be greedy and take the value or not take the value trades. I think we'll play around mind control tech. I think it's okay. I'll keep my dude out of hellfire range. We have 13 damage on the board. He's at 13 life. We have Entomb to get through Belcher. So I think he's going to Belcher here. We Entomb it and then kill him. Baby. It's like I can see the future. Alright, good. Alright, so that's how I would change the deck. I think it's good. We have that tempo plan, and the tempo plan just killed him that time. But if the tempo plan doesn't work, instead of just trying to use... We don't have damage in Priest that's really good. So I like this transition into just using your Priest Entomb and your Light Bombs and all this sort of junk to be able to just outvalue people. I think that's pretty smart. Because there's a lot of Priest decks that are built like that with the transitions in them, so I think it's good. That's how I'd build the Mech Priest. Alright, cool.